we're gonna go take a look at two other windrows, completely equal widths on windrow size, and one's TwinMax and one's single. So let's take a look. These are our high quality Hesston hay windrows. We did them at 6 p.m. last night, so that is basically exactly 24 hours ago that we knocked down this hay. You know, when I say high quality Hesston hay, we had some pretty optimal settings. Once again, keep in mind they're good starting points, but we ran, you know, roughly about 1100 psi for our flotation of the head, about 70-degree pitch tilt for the train and hay we're in here. 1/8 inch gap on the conditioner rolls, 800 psi. We are also speeds of roughly right about 14 mile-an-hour travel speed. We are on some flatter ground here. And we also ran a head speed, the disc head speed, at 1800 RPMs. Now once again, we were there due to the height and thickness of the crop. So all those based on these crop conditions worked out well to make our high quality Hesston hay windrows. I've got my sample. Now this is going to be our TwinMax sample. And I've got it pushed down tight again. Coming in at 14.3. So definitely much drier than what we saw with that TwinMax on the narrower 77-inch windrow at the 24-hour mark, where we were more in the upper 20s on that sample. And that one even shows 11.6. So what you can see is we're coming in, you know, low to mid-teens on this. What's really important is you can see not only is TwinMax making a big advantage, but the width of that windrow is such a huge deal too, to maximize your dry down time and keep that relative feed value high. With that, you know, obviously some low humidity temperatures as well as wind also help with the dry down process, which is what we've experienced in the last 24 hours. So now we got a sample of our single conditioner hay right here for the swath. Once again, keep in mind the nice wide windrow, also knocked down almost exactly 24 hours ago. The key difference between these two swaths now is TwinMax versus single. So let's take a look. So that one came in at 14.3. A little bit higher. 14 and change. So that's what we're seeing is, you know, a little bit higher, more in that 14 to 16, and we've had a couple samples even a little bit higher than that, but more in that 14 to 16 range. So where the TwinMax is at 9, 10, 11-ish, maybe even sometimes we'll grab a sample of about 12, but you can see we're sitting roughly about 4 percentage points, 4 to 5 percentage points on average, lower with the TwinMax after 24 hours. We're seeing how the TwinMax is drying down faster than the single conditioner, giving us earlier opportunities to get in that field, to either get the hay baled up before the rain comes, and to keep that relative feed value high. The quicker you can get this hay out of here and into your barn or into the cattle, you will have higher relative feed value potential with that crop. So in summary, we've walked through different machinery here as far as looking at our head types, looking at our head settings, even the windrower settings to make sure that you have your machine set properly to get that high quality hay. But then we even got out in the field and looked at some of our swaths from these windrows and the different time studies that took place with it. The end result that we saw is the width of the windrow definitely makes an impact. Your conditions, your climate makes a huge impact too, versus how much humidity, how much wind, how much sunlight, and how hot your temperatures get at evening and in daytime. But also at the end of the day, these studies have shown that TwinMax is giving us a dry down advantage. Once again, depending on the humidity, sunlight, etc., all of those weather and climate conditions, the TwinMax can even get us a bigger advantage. But even in these drier conditions that are really prone to zap the moisture out of crop, we're still getting a difference with TwinMax. And we're going to be able to get in here and bale faster because of it. And that is a huge impact, once again, as I mentioned, with relative feed value and also time saved, just getting in the field, getting out, missing the rain that's coming.